My parents threw me out on the street and sold my belongings to spoil my brother, and now that they've lost everything, they demand that I give them my inheritance and my house? I was 12 when my brother Ryder was born with a behavioral condition that caused his blood pressure to spike when stressed. The doctor said it was manageable with medication and routine, but my parents heard delicate and decided he needed to be wrapped in bubble wrap for life. Within 6 months, everything changed. My birthday that year? Canceled because Ryder was having a bad day. Christmas? I got socks while Ryder unwrapped a new Xbox, a bike, and a tablet. I tried to be understanding. He was just a baby with health issues, but it never stopped. By the time I was 14, I didn't have a bedroom anymore. Ryder needed my room for storage because his own room couldn't fit all his toys. I slept on the basement couch, which smelled like mildew, or on the living room sofa when my dad wanted to watch TV late. The final betrayal came when my Aunt Rosa passed away. She'd been my favorite person in the world. Every time I visited her, she'd show me her collection of vintage watches and antique coins. "These are yours someday, mijo," she'd say. When she died, she left everything to me in her will. The collection was worth about $8,000. I was so excited. Finally, something that was mine. Something no one could take away. I came home from school one Tuesday and my parents were sitting at the kitchen table smiling. My mom said, "We have good news. We sold Aunt Rosa's collection and got Ryder that gaming setup he's been wanting." My dad added, "We got $2,000 for all of it." Pretty good deal. I couldn't breathe. I asked them how they could do that. Those were mine. Aunt Rosa wanted me to have them. My mom actually rolled her eyes and said, "You're being selfish. Ryder needs things too. You don't even know how to appreciate nice things." That's when I lost it. I screamed at them for the first time in my life, told them they'd been treating me like garbage for 2 years, that they loved Ryder more than me, that I hated living in that house. My dad stood up, grabbed my arm hard enough to bruise, and said, "We don't need an ungrateful son who can't understand his brother's needs." Within an hour, my clothes were in trash bags. They drove me to my grandparents' house and left me on the doorstep. I cried for 3 days straight. My grandparents held me and let me talk. I told them everything, every missed birthday, every time I went to school in clothes that didn't fit because all the money went to Ryder. Every night I fell asleep hungry because Ryder didn't like what was for dinner, so they'd order him takeout and forget about me. My grandmother's face went stone cold. She picked up the phone and called my mother. I couldn't hear everything, but I heard her say, "You are no longer my daughter." Then she called her lawyer. My grandparents had been planning to leave everything to my mom, their house worth $280,000 and about $340,000 in savings and investments. That week, they changed their will. Everything went to me instead. Living with them was like being reborn. They celebrated my 15th birthday with a party, got me new clothes, helped me with homework, treated me like I mattered. For the first time in years, I felt loved. I graduated high school, went to college on scholarships, got my degree, and started a good career in software development. My grandparents passed away 2 years ago, 6 months apart. I inherited everything like they promised. Meanwhile, my parents kept enabling Ryder. He's 21 now, never finished college, never held a job for more than 2 months, still lives in my old bedroom. My parents refinanced their house twice to keep funding his lifestyle. New cars, expensive gaming equipment, trips to conventions. Last month, my dad lost his job. Mom's been retired for years. They're 3 months behind on their mortgage and facing foreclosure. 2 weeks ago, they showed up at my house unannounced. I opened the door, and my dad actually smiled like nothing had happened. He said, "Son, we heard about your inheritance. Your grandparents really came through for the family." I stared at him. What family? My mom pushed past him. "We need help. We're losing the house. You have plenty now. It's time to help your parents." I looked at both of them standing in my doorway, the same doorway they'd thrown me out of 9 years ago. I said, "You told me you didn't need an ungrateful son. Looks like you were right." My dad's face turned red. "That money should have been your mother's. Those were her parents." I smiled. "Her parents who disowned her for throwing away their grandson. Funny how that works. They're losing their house next month." Ryder called yesterday crying, begging me to help. I sent one text back. "Ask your parents for my Aunt Rosa's watch collection." Oh wait,